Good evening, RPG Limit Break, and welcome to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer League Tournament. We've got a great matchup today between Cobra and Cha0sFinale. I am Velu V. Joining me in the commentator's booth is Adam Raptors. How you doing today, Adam Raptors?
I am doing wonderful. I am looking forward very much to watching this lovely race that we're about to see in the Summer 2024 tournament. Group stage.
Yeah, absolutely. In this group stage, again, we've got Cobra and Cha0sFinale, both relatively new to Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I checked out their records. Both have like 10 or 11 races under their belt. Both have a little bit of experience in Zelda 1 Randomizer. So I think this should be a fairly interesting matchup between two relatively newcomers to the thing. So it should be fairly even, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it'll start with them. And speaking of how it'll start, take a look at those builds. Look at that strength. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think 17 strength is a lot to start with, and even a hurt spell, so it's kind of redundant. We didn't actually need all 17 of those strength yet. So we'll have a pretty quick start. We won't have any struggles getting out of the gates soon. And we're off. So we'll see what items here in the front, or in the throne room. The last one will definitely be a key, but two of them could be anything. And we have a cursed belt and a fairy water. So not great items. Certainly don't need them if you have hurt or a lot of strength. Cursed belt you can try and sell to get some money to get a weapon, or fairy water kind of acts as a hurt spell, but we already have it. So nothing too exciting like a key or a quest item.
You know, those fairy waters can be useful if you don't have repel and you're trying to get a little exploration done. Probably not right off the bat, but it doesn't hurt to have a little pocket fairy water every now and again. Anyways, right next to the door is coal, so south of the bat, let's see what we've got. It's a flute.
Speaking of fairy-related things, we have a fairy flute and a fairy water. So, yeah, not great. We also have Starlock, who we're also at the bottom of the map. Kind of a weird start, honestly. But we got stuff going on.
There's definitely lots of landmarks here. So that I mean, it opens the idea for a lot of interesting things, as our runners are both taking on magicians to get level 2. Comes with a couple of I didn't even catch that, but I saw some hit points. Looks like 31 hit points now. They're doing all right. No strength.
Yeah. We also got a heal spell, which is kind of one of the things you look for in your initial thing. So we don't, that's already good. But yeah, great for both players.
Absolutely. We got Beta Kappa Omega Strap over here asking about waiting for a non-existent search. I'm actually waiting for the reverse search that comes about from being so close to the bottom of the map. Like, I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, okay. We didn't have enough locations right crammed next to the start. We have 2 caves here on Cha0sFinale's side, just to the west of the start. You got kind of go under Charlock, so Cobra hasn't quite seen it yet.
And so the RNG said, "I
caves!
Caves, and I'll raise you another." Ha! And a couple of turn-ins.
So I hope this third cave is either mountain or grave, and it has literally all 3 quest items, so that we can open Charlock at like the 4-minute mark. That would be wonderful.
That would be fantastic. Just everything all right there. We get a droll down as Druin takes out Cha0sFinale. Cobra gets level 3. 5 power, 2 hit points. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know if Chaos has checked their spells yet. It seems to be trying to fight enemies that you could. When hurt is definitely the stronger move right now.
Yeah, sometimes you just get in that, like, maybe I should conserve my magic. I only have, 4 casts of the hurt spell, but I don't know. It's also a little bit slower.
All right, my dream is in play here. This is the mountain cave.
Oh, here we go. We've got 5 checks in here. We're looking for like a harp and a stones and a token all at once. Let's do it.
Oh, well, okay. The 5 items here are the 3 quest item, the stones, harp, and token, and then both of Erdrick's things, sword and armor, so that we have a 0 exploration seed.
Well, that could be very amazing. Cobra over here fighting this Hurtmore Scorpion. Cha0sFinale learning that it has Hurtmore, not able to get it down. And in that mountain cave, I think we saw another, a rogue scorpion in there. So the scorpions are not playing nicely with our runners, even though, exploration is doing all right.
I hate it when the Hurtmores have scorpion.
Yeah, when the Hurtmores are throwing scorpions at you, you know you're in trouble.
So Cobra here up to level 4, not doing too bad. In the mountain cave, has found the 3 very close caves.
First check. A little bit of gold for his pocketbook. And Cha0sFinale just really struggling to get out of this level 2 funk. Cobra, I think, took it on a droll, and like simultaneously Cha0sFinale was fighting a druid, which I confuse those two in my mind all the time. But like that seemed to be the difference, and now Chaos is just kind of stuck at level 2 trying to get that going. And it looks like Cobra was not able to get much deeper into the cave. Did get that first check for some gold, and it looks like he's going straight for it again.
Yeah, this seed, the chat is mentioning that seed has a lot of gravity involved. Everything is just kind of like nobody shook it up, and everything just kind of settled to the bottom. Ooh, Armored Knight, how fun!
Yeah, Armored Knight hanging out in front of the mountain cave, just in case you thought going there was gonna be like an easy thing to do at level 4.
Yeah, also Hurtmore's on Magicians, so I totally understand why Chaos has been dying a bunch. Lots of Hurtmore enemies. Oh,
the dreaded heal where Hurt used to be.
Yeah, there you go. Get the Hurt in there.
His actually was quite similar to my run in the sense that my most recent one I cast the Hurt spell 96 times, I believe. Like, it wasn't until I was level 11 before I had something better to do than cast the Hurt spell. So sometimes, baby's first spell book comes in handy for quite a bit of a seed, as Cha0sFinale is just getting singed by these scorpions. Cobra not finding anything worthwhile to fight, though. Although Wizard only knows Hurt. If it casts that a lot, you could potentially burn down a Wizard with a few more hit points. But no, it just slapped him for 34.
Yeah, I think the Wizard's quite far out of reach, at least for a little bit.
Although they do have a Hurt resistance, don't they?
They do. But like, we're not that far because they also have Stop Spell. So very, very tame wizards. Once we maybe in a weapon or like lots of strength away. Yeah. We're definitely not oh, look! It's another town!
I'm waiting for like this to be a small little island that has everything, and then like the one last piece is on a very far away swamp land, like in the tucked away corner of nowhere, beyond several fjords, across rivers and bridges. That would be the Dragon Warrior randomizer I'm used to, but anyway, we picked up some leather armor.
Yeah, so it's the town of Garenham. We got just a little thing, but this zone's not great, but yeah, we have a ton of very strong enemies all over. There's not really a good enemy thus far. So I mean, I think the best one is actually, like, I thought we saw a droll, or if you want to risk the Hurtmore scorpions, those are kind of the two options.
Yeah. I mean, the magicians are also hurt more, but you have a chance of killing them with a single hurt. So I suppose they might also be fairly juicy. But yeah, that droll is probably the tastiest thing on the menu.
Yeah, and I would definitely be okay. Cobra is switching to hurt, realizing that I only deal 3 damage. That's not enough relative to hurt. So
yeah,
there you go. 18 points, quite a bit, but both runners kind of. Ooh, here's a good one. Here's a wolf. We might not be able to take this one down. I mean, I would definitely try, but it's not a guarantee to take one down with our things. And here it is. Wolf hit high rolls a little bit. 14 damage, which was enough to 2-shot Cobra.
Yeah, with only 10 MP, you pretty much need to be at max magic to, cast a hurt and then pop a heal and then cast another hurt, and you can maybe get them that way. But since we're also burning those hurts, killing everything else out there, it's just like, well, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I would also, and on Chaos's side, I would also be hurting the Scorpion. Even if sometimes you die or whatever, but you're pretty close to start. And 16 experience is a lot better than what we're doing 4 at a time with the, or 3 or 4 at a time with the Drakies and the Ghosts.
The Scorpions are also 25% heal more. And 75 hurt more.
That's actually good, because hurt more just one-shots you, or heal more, at least you can try and hurt again. Because so the hurt spell deals 9 to 16 damage, and the Scorpion has a max HP of 13. So you're not guaranteed to hit it, but you are likely. Speaking of which...
Yeah, speaking of heal more and hurt more, level 5 comes with both of those things, and so Cobra is now off to get all of the experience, as is Cha0sFinale, now just immediately hitting level 5. So despite that early little bit, they're just neck and neck in terms of leveling.
Yeah, I love this for both runners, just going right into the mountain cave, which had a bunch of really nice enemies. Although Demon Knight's not one of them. Demon Knight has a lot of stop spell resistance. But Spectres, I think Wraiths were in here. Wolf Lords were in here. Rogue Scorpions were in here. There's a lot of good hurt moreable enemies in here.
They're going to plow through the levels really fast. Cha0sFinale, just perhaps that experience maybe showing they're really trying to fight that Demon Knight. It's damage not going through. They are fun to cast against, though, because you can kind of see their black shadow in the red background when it casts. So it's still fun to see that happen.
I think it's more fun to kill the enemies, though. So I'll hurt more anything else. Here's the Armored Knight with Stop Spell. Okay, we're...
Oh, with the Stop Spell, that's horrible. What a jerk. And Rogue Scorpion goes down on Cobra's side. Level 6 happened a second ago. Came with another juicy hit point gain, it looks like. A little more agility.
Wow, this mountain is pretty nice. Cobra ran out of MP very, very fast, but did just used it all very efficiently. Wow, this is a huge level. 27 agility, 15 HP, some 18 MP, some ridiculous amount. Like now we're really loaded.
Yeah, absolutely. We picked up an herb in that chest. We're at the double chest point here with another herb. So I'm getting some supplies anyways. And a magic key. So keys are now out. We'll be able to unlock things. Although, I mean, I almost would want to come straight back here and get some more experience. I don't know. Well, I mean, there's all kinds of chests.
So, yeah, I mean, there's both the treasury at home and the Garanham.
Double key.
I don't know if both runners have seen it, but definitely we've seen Garanham, which 3 more chests and 2 more caves between Garanham and the castle. So, oh look, a good hurt more from a Scorpion. Cobra definitely trying to take a death whip there and go back to start.
Yep. So Cobra getting that refill on all of the hit points and magic, and is now going to check out all kinds of chests as Cha0sFinale starts clearing out that cave and catching up on the XP.
Yeah, we'll see a gold grind here. So gold gold grind is kind of weird in this game. So Cobra's like, oh wow, a chainmail. I can't do that. The chainmail is actually something else. So each chest, once you die after opening enough chests, the chest will glitch out and lie to you about what they give you, but they still give you what their contents. So we check one, we check our items. We've gotten like a dragon scale, a cursed belt. Oh, Erdrick's armor is actually the only one that doesn't lie to you. So we now have Erdrick's armor. Hooray!
Very nice. Erdrick's armor, of course, the best armor in the game, quite possibly the best armor in any game. It has amazingly high defense power. It reduces hurt more by, I think, a third, so it's doing, like 48 max damage. You don't take damage on swamp or spike tiles. You heal 1 damage with every step. You're immune to stop spell. It's super, super OP. And both of our runners are going to have it fairly early on, because as soon as Cha0sFinale gets out of this cave, they're going straight to the treasury as well. And so let's see what's in the basement. It's the other treasure cave. All
oh
right.
My gosh, the grave is here.
So even more grinding possible. Like, there was no gold grind in Tantagel, but there's a good chance that there will be a gold chest in here, so it might still be on the table.
Yeah, this seed is becoming extremely we've seen so much, and the runners have barely gone anywhere. Okay, there it is. And there it is again. So, the key to the chest glitch is once you activate it, if you get a gold chest, that's one of the best things to take over and over and over again. So you see Cobra just open it up. Gold has, 5,500 gold, and we can just do this as long as we want to. I'm not sure what weapons we've seen in various places, well, we certainly don't need armor. We have Erdrick's armor, but we might see a shield.
Yeah, I did not get a chance to see what was in the shop, but we're going up into Cole, so Cha0sFinale might be checking the shop here. We'll see what's for sale there. Chaos did not set up the gold grind, so we've got both a flame sword and a silver shield for sale in Cole, the first town they went to. So grinding for those two things, you've already got the armor. I would do it. Looks like Cobra's only getting enough for the silver shield, though.
And then you also have to make it out. I didn't see what. Oh, or you could go for. I would not go for deeper into the grave here, because if you die, you lose half of your gold. So that will not give you enough for either thing.
Now, you do have a touch of safety in that, if you die, you just go back to Tantagel, which this is the basement of, and so the gold grind is still set up for you. So you could go back and do it again, but you did just lose all that time that you spent grinding it up.
Right.
It might even be a better idea to if you're going to do the deep dive it, grind's already set up, and then do it after you death warp. I don't know. I'm not sure what the best way to do that.
Yeah, I like what Cobra's doing here. Just take the amount of money you want and just leave immediately.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do.
Okay, maybe Cobra didn't check the shop in Cole?
Yeah, clearly he knows there's a silver shield for sale here in Garenham. Cole, maybe he didn't check. In fact, he beelined it straight for the search spot in Cole, if I remember correctly.
Okay, this doesn't have one. This does have a flame sword and a large shield, which isn't bad, but I don't think Cobra checked Cole, which is where our... you don't want to buy the full plate. That is for sure. That would sell your Erdrick's armor for 1 gold, which is quite underpriced, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this smelly old armor that's been buried underneath a swamp under an Axe Knight for who knows how many years.
And if you're in Cobra and you checked the Garenham shop, but not the Cole, like I wouldn't check the Cole shop 20 seconds into the seed or whatever, because you don't have any money and it's not worth it. So, it's kind of a weird thing. Do you check it just for the information? We have a swamp cave here in the back of Garenham.
almost everything right there. That's the swamp. It's key locked too, right? Like you had to get through that mountain, which, you know, Hurtmore's made that happen fairly early at level 5, but it was definitely locked down there. Chat's going crazy when all their predictions come true. Here's another cave.
Did somebody set the like super mega extra small map on this one? And the map is just like 20 by 20?
Oh my god, that's what I should request when people ask me if I want any flag changes. Giving me a wonderful idea. Alright, inside Erdrick's tablet cave, we've got Erdrick's sword!
Oh my god. This scene is absurd.
Yo, dog, I heard you just bought a flame sword. How about before you ever see another monster again, we'll give you the best sword in the game. Glad you grinded up that shield money. The game hates you. It really does.
No, there's no part about this seed yet that could hate any runner. It's just like so much is available so quickly. It's like you're not feeling that bad if you like grind up for the flame sword and the sword is there, and we're still not even at the 20-minute mark. So for those of you that don't aren't familiar with the randomizers, these things usually take like well over an hour, and you have to like explore the map a bunch to find anything. Not this time. We just find so much. We actually just have found everything in the game, or everything we need except for two things, which are the silver harp and the stones of sunlight.
Were both of the trading caves, is that what was next to it? I know I saw the harp cave. Okay, both were.
Yeah,
okay.
Both of them. And also, the stones were in the deep grave, so Chaos has actually picked that up and on their way to the 5th chest engraved.
Well, there we have it. So now we've just got a loose harp out there.
How trolly do you think this harp location is going to be? They're just going to give you everything except for one item.
I mean, at this point, what it would need to be the most trolliest, if I'm thinking, is it would need to be the overworld search tile that requires a princess rescue and is also convoluted in how you get there. With like little dragons and stuff on that.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Chaos, you could. Oh, Chaos is trying to death warp. Okay, I see. He's like, well, the Axonite won't kill me, so I will kill it.
Where did Chaos get those stones from? That was deeper in the grave?
Deeper in the grave, yeah. So Cobra went into the grave and only got the top 3, and Chaos went deeper into it. And of course, we can't explore anything without finding something really important. So there was these stones of sunlight down here.
And yeah, Chaos just also killing lots of monsters with that Hurtmore spell on the way down, doing a good job keeping up. Like the XP is, for all intents and purposes, neck and neck. When you've got this spell and these kinds of monsters everywhere to cast it on.
Yeah, Chaos is actually like trying to death warp, but the enemies won't damage. Like I think we were already defense breaking rogue scorpions. So here's an enemy that could kill Chaos. I'm sure Chaos is happy about that.
Meanwhile, we've got level 9 happening. We've got 4 power, 3 response speed, 24 hit points, 15 magic points, and the return spell and Hawk's Nest, which we noped right the heck out of. Not sure why, unless his MP, his resources are low.
Yeah. Just no more Hurtmores. So I might check it anyway and then just come right back. I guess Cobra's 2 away from go mode. But if you're 1 away from go mode, you really want to check any search spot as soon as you can.
Yeah, I mean, it could help to see what's there, but if he's feeling like, you can't do it with Erdrick's sword, though, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you might be able to just 1, 2, 3 shot.
I honestly think Cobra could take out a non-zero number of enemies, like maybe sleep a a stone man, maybe we know armor knights have stop spell that they like to cast a lot, so I think armor knights are in maybes. So yeah, I would definitely check. And at worst, your death warp and come right back with resources.
Well, it's a long walk, so, you know, he maybe wants to dead end where he's at before taking care of any death warps. And, you know, if we see that everything is, you know, there's nothing else to do, maybe go in and use that spike as a way to die. Or not.
Yeah, Beta in chat says Axe Knights or Green Dragons might be doable, which might be true. We do have a decent amount of HP. But yeah, that's definitely in the maybe camp.
Well, that whole side to the left of that cave is pretty much explored, and only Hawksness, it looks like.
Well, yeah, everything else is at the bottom of the map.
Oh yeah, huh?
There's unlikely to be other things.
Cantland is still outstanding. Breckenary. What else have we got? I think that's it.
We have we've seen the tablet cave. We haven't seen the freebie cave, I think. Yeah, I doubt Breckenary is going to be our thing. We have Rimmildar. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we just literally don't have much, so.
Just lots of little solo checks out there. Of course, with this flag side, the armor was guaranteed to be outside of Charlock. The sword was not. And so now at this point, really nothing. I guess the death necklace could be in there. I'm trying to think if there's any other key items that might be buried in the castle. And yeah, chances are that death necklace is in there. We'll see. Oh, Jerkbird sending Cobra home with that hurt more spell.
Yeah, honestly, a good death, because I think like what you want to do in this situation, if you have just a ton of stuff, like you haven't explored much, but you've found a lot, you really want to focus on getting that experience, and so that you can just go anywhere you want and just keep gaining experience while you're exploring. So I actually think the death warp's pretty good for Cobra here. Just get back out on the map and start hacking away at stuff.
Now, interestingly, we've got Cha0sFinale has just made their way through the swamp cave and is heading in Hawksness direction with more resources. We'll see if they're able to get there and maybe take a look at this spike tile.
Yeah, it depends on how many, because notably Chaos does not have Erdrick's sword.
Oh, true. But if, you know, it depends on how many Hurtmores we can get there, yeah?
Right, yeah. I mean, we are close. We still have like 3 left, so that's plenty. So yeah, I would definitely be checking this. Absolutely check the spike. You can't kill everything, but you can kill most things, or at least half the things. Not a red dragon.
Maybe play the fairy flute for it. I'm not sure. Yeah, run for your life. That was a very lucky run,
and a good run. Although we do have quite a decent bit of agility, so we're a little over a third to run from a red dragon, but certainly not guaranteed.
Cobra through the cave again, does not opt to go to Hawksness, just probably not feeling it, regardless of having hurt more spells, which we know is the right decision because we know there's a red dragon in there.
I actually think Cobra could definitely take one out, red dragon out. Just between having 84 HP and tons of MP and heal more, and the sword. It would take a bit, but I think Cobra would be would definitely be able to take out 1 red dragon. Whether or not I would grind here, probably not.
It'd probably be a drawn-out fight. I'm sure it's chomping. I mean, I'll let the math folks that know the stats a little better than me, but yeah, it probably is still chomping him for more than 40.
Yep. It's definitely not easy. But level 10 simultaneous both players gives us 11 power, which definitely allows Cobra, at least with the sword, definitely definitely think you could take out a red dragon.
Go do it. And it'll reward you with 350 hit points or experience points, which is still a lot. That's like half the way to the next level.
Yes, DK. The tablet cave is so you see the swamp cave on Cobra screen right now. The tablet cave is just a little bit north and east. It's not very far, so Chaos should find it sometime soon. If Chaos goes to the east of where they are now.
Chaos just won a slap fight against an armor knight, or yeah, against an armor knight. It was fantastic. Cobra looking for Hawksmith? What, or maybe just grinding. Oh, finds metal slimes. This is becoming an even better place to just burn all your magic. Cobra is grinding here.
A very excellent move on the metal slime, so takes that one down easily.
One more AK, and we're looking at level 11. Or Blue D.
All right, I think that, yeah, this is Chaos finding the tablet cave, so a big find. We need to get down there and get our Erdrick sword.
12 more power at level 11, 7 hit points, a little bit more magic.
Yeah, the stats are really coming along quickly. This would be an all-timer fast speed.
I mean, another 24 hit points, and you could slap that death necklace. Oh, they don't have a death necklace. Never mind.
Yeah, we haven't found everything.
When everything is given to you, you don't need to find it all.
I do not believe Chaos has the MP to cast outside.
Meanwhile, Cobra casting Return and using the famous Tantagel healer. He restores all of your magic points, and then you can just use Erdrick's armor to heal up your hit points. It looks like Cobra is on the hunt again. Where are we looking for?
So yeah, Cobra has a couple of things that are known that we could do right now. So the bottom of the grave, which we know to be important, and also Hawksmith, which Cobra has been avoiding. Doesn't know it's a red dragon, but I think at this point we don't care. We can just take everything.
Yeah, Cobra is strong enough to fight and win any single battle. Maybe can't sustain many of them, but you could probably take on 2 or 3 red dragons, no sweat. In fact, I would probably want to. I mean, if there were better healing around, you know, like an inn or something nearby, it would be a fantastic place to grind.
Yeah, and of note, I don't believe either runner has checked the swamp cave spike tile, which I think is pretty close to Garenham, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that's you know, another potential, you know, experience thing going in there as well. Oftentimes when you have that early hurt more, you want to know what's on those spike tiles, because if it is something like an Axe Knight or something that you can just sit there and grind on, a lot of times it's better to just sit there until you're at level 15 or whatever it is that gives you repel and all the stats you need to beat the game, and then you just don't have any overworld encounters to deal with while you handle your exploration. But again, in this seed, what exploration, right?
Right, casual stroll outside. Well, okay, apparently we still have at least one town to find, because we got a new town on Cobra's screen. Probably can get to it. Nope, we can't get to it.
I love this town.
Yeah, we need at least one trolly thing about the seed. Oh my gosh, the red dragons have stop spell.
This has just become the most grindable, wonderful red dragon.
Oh
ever.
my!
Back to Hawksness immediately.
Cobra, you gotta fight this. See what you can do. Yeah, this is an easy grinding.
He ran from it.
He did run from it. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cha0sFinale kind of trapped here in, I'm not sure what cave we're in.
This is a swamp cave he's trying to go through again. But instead gets like 1,000,000 wolf lords and level 11. So getting even stronger.
I think that was what chat was screaming, cast outside out earlier, maybe.
No, that was when Chaos was in the tablet cave, but unfortunately was just out of resources, didn't have the MP to do so.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we have a blue dragon here on the spike tile. Apparently we knew this already, but not ideal.
I mean, they're about 50-50 for Hurtmores, so like Hurtmore in a couple swings. I think you probably burn a little bit more magic just swinging through and a little more time because, as we see, we had to cast the heal more spell and we're still not done. But I mean, they're doable. The problem with Hurtmore is when they resist it, right? Because it is about 50-50.
Yeah. So the downside of blue dragons is they have 50% Hurtmore resistance, so it's not a great thing. But Chaos going here. So interestingly enough. Chaos, I don't think knows that the red dragons have stop spell. They're able to run. So in the absence of knowing that the red dragons are just really, really nice, blue dragons aren't terrible, but I'd still choose red dragons because they give twice as much experience.
Yeah, exactly. That 180 is it was a meme for a while, but now it's just a pittance compared to their red brethren. Meanwhile, we've got a coordinate check on Cobra's screen, searching 67 to the north, 21 to the west, which does sound like, well, I don't know, second continent or not. Yeah, that far north?
I don't know what kind of where this would be on the map. I have not been paying attention to Cobra's exploration that much. As far as I know, the map is like 20 by 20. So
like north and east seems to be the direction that they've been able to go. North and west, I think, is ocean. Cobra's thinking about it.
Yeah, it might be trying to just like map out, like, I think the coordinates are some of the one of the tricky things to do in the randomizer, where you just have to think about, okay, where is that? How has my map drawing been? Where could this be? Is this on the right continent? Do I have to rescue the princess? I know it's one of the things that really got me when I first started running this, which was about this, the summer tournament was my, my second tournament. I did the training tournament, and then the summer tournament was my second tournament last year. Okay, we're gonna try and count it out.
Yeah, it looks like we got counting on the left. On the right, Cha0sFinale actually surpassed Cobra in experience, is continuing to grind. Picked up level 12, came with the repel spell, which again, quite useful for your overworld exploration. So it's always nice to see that happen, well before level 16. So I'm always happy to see that. But it looks like Cha0sFinale is happy to just sit here and grind on this green dragon a little more, or rather blue dragon.
Okay, it doesn't look like the first continent goes north unless there's a through line here, because I think Cobra just stopped counting. We got to the top of the first continent here. Okay, would have to go all the way over here and pick up the count again.
But I don't know.
Oh, looks like he has. Okay, very good. I mean, this is definitely a count here.
Yeah, so long as he knows how far we moved to the west there, or to the east. But so again, this doesn't look like it wraps around. Yeah,
one thing that I'm not particularly good at, but some runners can do, is a a single coordinate count. So what you do is you only count one of the two coordinates, whichever one's bigger usually, and you count that out. And then you just kind of search and guess where the other one is.
Gotcha.
You do lots of searches across the other coordinate. So in this case, Cobra would count out 67 north, and then just kind of eyeball 21 west, and then just start searching, from west to east or east to west, whichever is not something I feel confident enough to do in a race. But some runners absolutely do. Other runners are capable of reverse counting, so it looks like we're 67 north here. So you see this, just search every single tile.
Yeah, that's we'll see how it works out for him. Hopefully we didn't mess up that 67 north at all. We'll find out momentarily. Meanwhile, Princess Gwalen picked up, along with a bunch of experience, saving just enough magic to go outside, and Cha0sFinale is gonna try to make the way back to Tantagel, but not enough magic for the return spell, so is gonna have to walk back through the swamp. Wraith is gonna try to block him. We'll see if we can impress the princess with our strength.
Cobra's has done it. The single coordinate counted really well and got the final piece of our puzzle. So between the runners, Feiluvi, you and I are in no mode. We know everything. However, the runners do not. The runners each have one missing piece of information that the other runner has. So Cha0sFinale needs to get the coordinates, needs to find Cantlin, get the coordinates, and then get the silver heart from the map. Cobra needs to dive the deep grave for the silver harp. So neither one seems reasonably close to what the other is doing, although I would give a slight edge to Chaos right now, because they know they're gonna try and find Cantlin. They have the princess, all that, and Cobra just no interest in diving deep grave.
Well, Cobra looks like is going straight to the deep grave, so I think we know what's gonna happen here.
No, the deep grave is at the bottom of Tantagel.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was behind Garenham. I thought we had
that's a swamp cave.
Oh, was this a turnip?
No, this is a swamp cave.
Oh. Maybe we're going to Hawksness.
Yeah. Which is a good play from Cobra. I do like going to Hawksness here if I'm Cobra.
Well, you also have to think too, for Cobra, still hasn't seen Rim. That's one check, right?
Yep.
Do you go looking for Rimbledar, or do you go dive the chest that you know where it is?
Oh yeah, you definitely, in either position, if there's a chest or a spot that you know exists, you're one thing away from go mode. You just have to go to that spot as soon as you can. So, I mean, Chaos's move here is good if they're going to Hawksness. For both runners, I think Hawksness is a good play. We just know that there won't be a key item there. There'll be a very nice red dragon for us there, but not a key item.
Maybe a death necklace, which at this point may or may not be feasible.
Yeah, we see both runners get level 12 here. And honestly, we're in pretty good shape. We definitely need a bit more strength, a bit more, we're not quite in go mode stats at this point, but we have very good stats for level 12. I could see a, level 14, level 15 go mode. Certainly one big level away.
I'm definitely interested in seeing what Cobra does here. If I see this red dragon and I know it casts stop spell, even if there's nothing here and hurt, I probably sit on this red dragon until I'm out of magic points or I'm happy with my level.
I think,
regardless of how many items I have left,
I definitely agree with your play, but I think we'll hit go mode stats before running out of MP here. I mean, this red dragon has both stop spell and hurt, and we have just a ton of MP and a lot of really good stats.
Yeah, go straight back to it. Good call, Cobra.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this play. And we'll see what Chaos does. So Chaos had a little bit of an XP lead, but not a 2 red dragon XP lead. So
they're both grinding this red dragon now, because I don't know. Let's see if Chaos also decides to stick around on top of it.
Yeah, Cobra seems very content here. We'll see what Chaos does after finding nothing on the spot.
Got to make the search, and we are going straight into it. We're gonna let the slaughter begin.
Straight back, yeah. All right, we're gonna sit here, chilling on some red dragons. So Chaos definitely does not know where Cantlin is. So Chaos has something hard to find, and Cobra has to make the decision to go dive the deep grave, which is at the bottom of Tangential. So both of them have like one very important thing to do. And I think it'll be very close. I mean, a lot of it depends on Cobra's decision making. When Cobra gets ghost stats, do they explore, or do they go to the 2 chests that they know exist that are kind of out of the way?
Exactly, and like that, and having 2 chests in there, I think makes it easier for Cobra to make that decision. But on the flip side of that, it is kind of a meme in the community. Like, nobody likes to dive the deep grave, and so that, even when it's the right decision to do, just the nobody likes to dive the deep grave just kind of is always haunting the back of your brain.
Yeah. So again. Levels are pretty good, coming along pretty well. We have a lot. We actually have Death Necklace, close to Death Necklace HP. Not quite enough HP to use it, and we also just don't have the Death Necklace. But I mean, a lot of HP is really good. We're still lacking a decent amount of strength for sure, but we'll see what level 14. Here's 1 power. 16 HP, 2 MP, so definitely a ton of HP. I would definitely. I mean, this isn't close, so we're definitely keep continuing the grind.
You know, if you're a fan of Dragon Warrior Randomizer, one of the things that folks like to see is how 2 runs can like diverge, and then they come back together, and you're both fighting the Dragon Lord at the same time. This one is doing that just a little bit early. Both runners had very different runs, and now here we are at practically the same level, fighting the same red dragon. And then when they leave, they're going to do 2 different things as well.
So this is like a double divergence. You know, we had initial divergence, and then we're also going to have divergence after both of these runners are done with their grinds, because neither of them are in go mode. This is not an end game. You know, this is not a we're all done grind. This is a hey, I found a really, 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 really good enemy, perhaps the best possible thing I could find. I'm chilling here.
Yeah, you sit here until you've got the stats, because you also don't want to walk back here. It's out of the way. There's nothing else on this little peninsula except for Hawk's Nest. So yeah, you sit here until you've got the stats that you're happy with to go fight a Dragon Lord. And speaking of hit points, we're at 142. So now you can even go on iffy strength, right? Because you're getting doubles for sure.
Yeah, but the strength has to be iffy, not unplayable. Not 115. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna do it.
Come on, but my max roll is what are we doing? 3 to 7 damage.
3 to 7. That is 3 to 7 damage is definitely not enough of a range.
Need to get a fighter's ring to help that out a little bit.
So I mean, honestly, like the grind is so easy that the correct play is definitely just to get levels. But like if you wanted to. You could go, like, check the Charlock Treasury for the Fighter's Ring and or the Death Necklace, both of which I think are likely to be there. But like again, I think you just sit here and get your strength
as fast as this is. It's you're now risking, like, because there is a few outstanding chests as well. It's like, okay, what happens when the Death Necklace is in the judges table instead of the treasury? Now, instead of not having to check anything, I've got to make a check. But you know, it could also be that, you know, you have to get to level 21 because they keep giving us 2 power at a time.
More magic, so we're definitely good on magic. But yeah, I definitely agree with J. Cooper and Chet. Rather grind a level than check literally anything.
Precisely, especially on this grind. Like, I've grinded 25. I don't care.
Right, like we've been here for, I don't know, 5 or so minutes, and they still both have quite a bit of MP left, just because the Red Dragon just, like, they don't have to heal very often.
Yeah, the Spectre that you randomly run into when you're taking your step off probably does more damage than these Red Dragons do. Oh, that one actually did an attack. Hit for 21. Look at that. Anyway, 9750 is the threshold for level 16. So we've got a bit of way to go there, as Cobra just hits level 15 and gets the disappointing 2 strength.
And checking stats, but definitely, like, you feel like the stat gains have been really good. Every level, you know, there haven't been any like true nothing levels. So you figured it'd be good by now. But 15's not necessarily go mode, and we're definitely just short on strength. That is the only real missing stat at this point.
Yeah, I mean, even with the HP, I suppose with doubles, maybe, but not really. I don't think 11 heals is enough, assuming you make it with all of your heals. Chat asking, why is Red Dragon so weak? And yeah, it's because he's only got the hurt and the stop spell. They rolled very, very lucky on a lot of things in this seed. If you weren't here for the beginning, there was something like 7 or 8 places of interest, maybe 9 places of interest, all within 2 screens of start. So very, very quick seed, hurt more at level 5. So our runners just are really grinding through. Both of them are missing one thing that the other doesn't know about, but both of them also just found this really amazing grind and have been sitting at it at basically the same time. So that's your recap, and I hope you enjoy watching Red Dragons get slaughtered, because it looks like we're going to have a little bit more of that. As we've got Cha0sFinale hitting level 16. Let's see what we get. $4137. Now, you start thinking.
Yeah, you start. Chaos did not start think that much. I think this is still quite a bit short. This is like the. If I had the death necklace, all right, but I'd rather gain a level than search anything.
Yeah, absolutely. 121, not quite cutting it. 128. Pocket full of fairy water.
Yeah, definitely fairy water would be a part of it. But again, it's why take any like risks here or whatever. We're about there. You know, we may not find the death necklace, which I think we would need. Yeah, once we get like, you know, maybe like 5-ish more strength, then I'll think about it.
See, and I'm thinking like Charlock itself shouldn't be too bad. We've seen the Charlock monsters. I don't recall, like, the worst things I remember were on, like, scorpions and stuff, so I don't think there's anything too horrible out there. I don't think I saw anything with, like, sleeps or anything too nasty. Ideally, it would be just slots and slots of red dragons all the way down.
Well, so the other thing is Armor Knights, which is the 2 enemies that have the highest agility, Armor Knights and Red Dragons, and are hardest to run from. Both Armor Knights and Red Dragons have stop spells, so there's nothing truly dangerous. Like maybe and Blue Dragons didn't have anything, you know. I don't know what Stone Men have, but like those are you can run from those. So yeah, there's nothing in Charlock that I think would be scary. Yeah, I definitely agree with DK in chat. Is glad that both runners kind of made the right decisions here to kind of sit here and grind for a while, despite not being in go mode. absolutely the correct decision and not like a trivial decision to make. You might get, oh, I want to go find all this stuff and then grind my stuff. But like, they were both here. Neither of them knew what was in Hawk's Nest. That's what brought them here. There was nothing under the search spot, but there was a big, lovely grind here that both runners have opted to take. So yeah, props to the decision making on both runners' parts for sure.
And this swing should take us to level 17. Yeah, there it is. Let's see what we get. Big money, big money, big money. 7 power, 3 response speed, 1 hit points, 1 magic points.
That feels like enough.
Yeah, 128. You're looking at about 16 swings on average if you're not using fairy waters. Fairy waters can certainly take you closer to a 14 or 15 because they will be doing, you know, a few points more damage than you are on average. So I could see that happening. The question is there anywhere to buy them on the way? Or maybe they stocked up long ago. Well, they've got to do exploration anyway. And Cha0sFinale looks like is off to go do just that.
Yeah, Chaos, we'll find Cantlin. Well, presumably. Cantlin is necessary here, so that's a place to get fairy water. But I don't think Cobra would ever want to go back.
No, absolutely not. And
so yeah,
Mary we never found yet, so.
So these are absolutely ghost stats at level 17. So if you make it down with all your resources, you're basically a lock to win with these stats. And you can, yeah, you have stuff. So
oh yeah,
and also like as soon as you find all your stuff or all of your one remaining thing, the Charlock is just right there. Okay, is this where there's a spot where Cantlin you can see from across the river. Not sure if it's here or a little bit farther west for Chaos. But Chaos is looking for Cantlin, and Cobra needs to dive the deep grave back at home.
Cobra taking a long look at those stats and deciding to leave, runs into Poltergeist. So let's see how Cobra, they both start with C. Cobra rather decides to leave, cast a return spell. We're gonna heal up here and see what happens next.
I think there was one fairy water in the initial treasury. I don't know if there's another one. But I also just don't think you need fairy water.
No, not necessarily. With 149 hit points, they're going to get tons and tons of doubles in this fight, or at least they should. So I think that the fairy water probably is less likely or less necessary. If hit points weren't in that lots of double ranges, then yeah, you probably want those because you're looking at 16 swings without fairy waters. And MP, what 100 magic points puts you at, what, 12 heal mores? I'm bad at dividing by 8.
All right, so good news for both runners. One better than the other. So Chaos does see Cantlin, but can't get to it, but knows to walk around. But more importantly, Cobra is diving the deep grave. This will be much faster for Cobra. So given that Chaos has a lot of walking to do just to find that Cantlin, and go to the coordinates, big advantage to Cobra here.
Yeah, Cobra's just got to get down there. Really, there isn't anything that should pose any problem on the way down unless something dumb has sleep that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, in terms of getting fairy water, I think if I'm Cobra, I just take with whatever I got and handle it, because I think you're a pretty large favor at these stats. And I wouldn't even check the treasure, the Charlock items for Death Necklace or Fighter's Ring. Although they would be useful, I just don't think it's worth the time, and I just think we're unless we lose heal mores on the dive or anything like that. If we make it to the basement with our resources,
like Fairy Waterless, you save about 4 swings going from 128 to 138 AP. So you would have to kind of ask yourself, do I save time, those 4 swings that I save in the Dragon Lord fight versus the time it takes to make that treasury chest, that treasury search. I don't know how long each swing takes.
All right, so Chaos is finally, Caitlin was kind of weird to get to, but Chaos has found it and going to get their coordinates. At the same time, Cobra got the Stones of Sunlight, is very happy. Probably cast outside at this point.
Yeah, Cobra needs to get out and get that homework turned in, submitted, put it through the AI checker so that they don't give them any trouble at the Provost office, and get into that Dragon Lord fight. And meanwhile, Cha0sFinale has got their coordinates and I think has a GPS, yes, so needs to find those coordinates, needs to make their walk.
Right, so good for Chaos. Already turned in the princess, probably I don't know, 20-ish minutes ago, before the Red Dragon grind. But now just has to actually make the walk. And I do believe it's on the first continent because Cobra counted it out. But I'm not sure where on this first continent it is. It's not too far from here. But again, the walking in this area is really challenging. So I think Chaos has to go all the way back around to kind of the main area. So quite a long walk for Chaos, honestly.
Meanwhile, Cobra has made it out. Cobra had decided to go all the way and check the very bottom of the grave too, maybe hoping for that death necklace there, maybe just flex reflexes to check the whole thing. But we are now out. We're getting healed up and probably going to go turn in that stuff right now.
You might think, oh, Cobra still has to do all the homework. Yeah, the homework is just right under the table here. It's just you don't have to walk at all. Both of these caves are the 2 turn-in caves.
Chat losing their mind because Cobra does not cast the repel spell before refilling his magic.
Also goes in, I would have done the same thing. I would have just this is a turn-in cave, this is the other turn-in cave. And then I forgot which was which or whatever, goes in the wrong one first.
Staff of Rain is got.
Okay, just really close here. Just 1 north, 4 west, or 4 east, I guess. Yeah, and there it is.
Nice silver harp. So Cha0sFinale is now turn-ins behind Cobra at this point.
Yeah, actually much closer than I thought it would be. I thought Cobra had a significant lead, but Chaos actually did a pretty decent job finding all the stuff. And probably 30 seconds to a minute behind. So we got a race.
We absolutely do. I mean, Sharlock, there is sometimes you get 1 encounter every 2 steps. Sometimes you get the hero walk. So this is very exciting. We'll see how it goes. Looking good for Cobra so far, who is inside, meets a golem. Gets away immediately.
Yeah, I mean, as everybody's saying in chat, and kind of there's a lot of variance in Sharlock. It's often called the Great Equalizer. I don't think either runner is going to die in Sharlock, but there's also just encounter rate, how often you can run. Is somebody gonna kind of hold you and won't let you run away? And just how does the dragon? How long does your Dragon Lord fight take? How long does your Swamp Tile take? How's good your menuing? All sorts of thing. Okay, what is Chaos doing here?
Chaos is, I'm not sure. Chaos got staff stones, has dropped. Not sure what Chaos is doing. Casting Hurt more.
Chaos does need. Okay, so Chaos's lead was a little bit farther behind because even before Hurt Morning, these Armor Knights did need to heal up.
Gotcha. Now Cobra is running into exactly what we were saying before. So this red dragon, you know, despite the agility, red monsters don't care about your agility. And so that one there just run blocked him for several turns. Didn't really matter in terms of the hit points, but those are the kinds of things that can slow you up. We know we've got red dragons on floors 1 and 2.
Chaos, you have to heal up.
Chaos is grinding in here.
What? Oh, wow. Okay. So Chaos does not believe that they have enough to win. Okay, this lead is a little bit more than we thought, for sure.
Well, Cobra finally gets out of zone 1. Again, those red dragons were dogging him the whole way. Meets another golem. Almost feels like the same zone. It almost feels identical. We got red dragon. Does the diamond floor part of zone 1 now? Has it extended? Yeah, and I think chat. I think DK has pretty much hit the nail on the head. Figuring out like how doubles impacts your swing count. It is a bit tricky for newer runners. I know I never used to factor them in, and would be going way later than I needed to. So definitely understandable mindset.
And honestly, my general strategy, if I'm not sure, definitely take additional levels, definitely be safer, because the Charlock death is so painful. It just costs, like, especially like if you're just like get all the way to the Dragon Lord 2 and don't have enough resources, that a Charlock dive is, you know, 7+ minutes a lot of the time. So that's so much. So yeah, definitely appreciate being a little bit more conservative on your dives, but it looks like Chaos has kind of had a change of heart and decided to yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I have enough, I'm gonna try and go now.
Cobra meeting a wizard just at the end of the rectangle room. Cha0sFinale deciding to fight this red dragon rather than try to run from it. And we are not checking the treasury, don't care about a death necklace, don't pass go, don't collect $200, do get back attacked by a wizard. Keep going.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, I mean, Cobra's used a heal, has not cost himself a heal more, so still in really good shape. Made it all the way to the bottom floor without really you know, too much effort. There are a lot of red dragons here, but again, we know them to be not challenging.
Yeah, I mean, even getting run blocked earlier, he got run blocked probably a good 7 or 8 times, but even then I think it only bit him once. Like, he still had like nearly 100 hit points. So Cha0sFinale deciding to swing through the red dragons, which, you know, sometimes I do that too because they are hard to run from. But it looks like it is taking quite a bit longer just to get through this first floor for them.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting decision if you think you need another level. It's like, okay, I know they're good. If they're in here, I can just fight them, like, only 3 away from another level.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to run into 3 more because we know they're in the next 2 zones too.
But is really low on health. Gonna herb up at least a little bit. But yeah, that's the downside, is a lot of times you just take damage when you fight, as it turns out.
Yeah. Anyways, we got the stop spell Armor Knight. Gets blown through quickly as Cobra is about to make a fool of himself, talking to this Dragon Lord here.
Yes, the Armor Knights are also jokes in this seed. Okay, Chaos finally flirting with disaster and finally gets hit by a red dragon. Gets sent back. Not terrible, because wasn't too deep into Charlock, and Charlock is right here. But pretty bad because Cobra is on the DL2 fight with full resources. Pretty much safe bet to win here. Even though these rolls are pretty low, our strength is very low. We have everything else. We have tons of magic. We're likely to get doubles once or twice here, at least. So...
And we're at 17 is our count. I've been trying to keep on top of it. I can add small numbers pretty good. So we're at 24 now.
All right, that makes one of us. I can't count.
I think that's 30, 33 on that double, but a really crappy heal. 43. Dragonlord biting for 48 like a jerk. Sprinkling some fairy water. Oh, a low roll on that. Takes us to 52. $59. 10 short of nice.
Okay, if our range is 7 to 7, we might not be in good shape. These are quite a few 7s.
73. Big old 14 there. 86. 97.
Alright, so Chaos gets level 18, fighting some dragons. It's gonna go heal up and then go make another attempt. Because I think we got quite a bit more MP, so we got 2 more heal mores.
Meanwhile, we're at, I believe, 129 on the count, so getting close. I think should be in the bag.
Should be good.
140. Unless my math is off, it could be.
I wouldn't blame you. Like I said, I can't count. Both coordinates, Dragonlord damage, yeah.
Next one could do it.
Oh, this one's a little... Okay, that does it. Swing on 49, a little bit dangerous, but does take it down. So Cobra will take this game. Cast the return spell to warp an entire 4 steps. So yeah, everybody get your GGs out for Cobra, who will take down first race of their tournament.
Yeah, excellent job, Cobra. We'll see if they come in for a post-game interview. It looks like we've got a final official time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 51 seconds of this jet of a seed, where exploration was kind of optional. Meanwhile, it looks like we've got Cha0sFinale here looks like making their way just, I think this is the 2nd floor, so just finally now getting out of Zone 1. Should be the diamond room here. Just having a look at these stats here. What was the magic model? It was obviously that red dragon, right?
Yeah, we definitely did not defeat very many enemies this seed. Both like just not a lot of, we didn't go very many places, and then also the red dragon just gave us the vast majority of our experience.
Hello there, Cobra. Looks like you have joined us. Congratulations on your first place finish. Well done, GG's. What were your thoughts on that seat?
That was a quick one, I'd say. I think I got quite lucky, but I also think I played, like, I was struggling a bit at the beginning, but then, like, a string of lucky things happened, and I finished. I don't really have much to say about that.
Yeah, I think your assessment is pretty accurate. It's like there's so much stuff. Like we were kind of joking, is like, are the runners even gonna have to go anywhere? And so the one place where you were definitely more fortunate than Chaos was finding Cantlin relatively quick.
Yeah, I saw this one town. I was walking up, like, on that first continent, and I saw this one town that was, like, right next to me, but on, like, the other side of, like, a creek or something. I'm like, please don't be Cantlin. Please don't be Cantlin. I walked over, found another town. It was Caitlin. I got lucky.
Yeah, as it turns out, you wanted that to be Caitlin because that was like one of the things you did very, very quickly, and one of the only things that could really, really trip you up in the seed. Like you.
How far behind was Chaos?
So Chaos is in the bottom floor of Charlock, and you are actually really, really close. You probably did your turn-in homework approximately a minute ahead of Chaos, but Chaos took another level and took a death in Charlock. So, but Chaos is back on the bottom floor now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting run in that you both kind of at one point, when you got to your red dragon grinds, right? You both got there at almost exactly the same time. You were maybe 1,000 experience points apart. So, 2.5 red dragons. And the difference between the two of you was like, you knew where, like, you needed the stones and Chaos needed the harp or something. So it was just interesting that at the point where you were both grinding at pretty much the same place, you were more or less done with that grind at the same time, but it was just the one difference in key items, and you had gotten more of that work done, and we got ourselves
the only reason I went down to chest 5 in the grave was I was hoping for a death necklace.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So so the level you're on, 17, I think it was pretty safe, but it's not obvious that it was pretty safe. So, like, obviously, death necklace or even a fighter's ring does a lot. So it makes some amount of sense to check it.
Yeah, I knew it was relatively safe, but I also had that, like, fairy water. I tried it, and I rolled a 9. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's better than all the 7s you rolled attacking, so it was worse.
I know. I got like a bajillion 7s, like, right at the beginning. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so... I'm pretty sure that, like, you were just fine no matter what. You had actually very, very bad Dragon Lord luck, but still was able to take it down. So I think the Dragon Lord fight was mostly free for you once you got to it with all of your resources.
Yeah. I got, like, run blocked, like, 5 or 6 times by this red dragon on, like, the 2nd or 3rd floor of Charlock. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that could be scary, right? Like, especially with how close the race was at that point. Like, you were getting run right as Chaos was entering Charlock. It was like, oh, this could be really close. But then, Chaos had, some difficulties in Charlock.
Yeah.
Was fighting red dragons. And so Chaos is on DL1 now. And should be safe.
Interestingly, Chaos did check the treasury. There was no fighter's ring or death necklace in there. So, like, if you were banking on that as your strat, you would have had to go to either the judge's table or found Rimmildar because it's not here.
The fighter's ring and the death necklace are in both of those 2 locations.
Neither of them was in the treasury of Charlock. So again, Moody, the judge's table, Erdrick's sword, vanilla location.
I was thinking,
or Rimmildar.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting. I was thinking about going down there and going into the treasury to try and find it. I'm like, no, screw this.
Anyway, I have not been counting this Dragon Lord fight because it should be relatively free, given the additional level, all those extra hit points and all the extra heals and whatnot. So Cobra, this is your first match of the group races. How are you enjoying? Did you do the async seeds?
I did like 2 of them as practice seeds, but after like the deadline. So
fair enough. Fair enough. How are you enjoying it so far?
Fun. Like I stepped away from DWR for a few months, and now I'm trying to get back into it. So
very good. We're glad to have you back, and I think there's no better way to get into it than joining one of these here tournaments. It kind of gives you that impetus to do some practice and to obviously hit some races up. So yeah, happy to have you along, and yeah, great. I think it was a great showing on this seed. You made the right decisions at the right times most of the time. So yeah, well done.
Yeah,
very well played, for sure. Very, very jet seed, but it also requires you to make, some good decisions to go fast. So
yeah, it feels like I made some good decisions, but I also got kind of lucky.
Both is better. It's really hard to beat.
Like
hard to lose
I
if
went
you do
into
both.
that tablet cave, not thinking anything of it, and I just found the sword.
Yep. All right, so with that, Cha0sFinale takes out the Dragon Lord, does not use the spell of return, makes a treacherous walk back to the castle, and we'll finish with a time of about 1 hour and 19 minutes. So get your GGs in chat for Cha0sFinale.
Oh, and Chaos also did Gwaylin too.
Oh yeah, you had a really nice single coordinate count. I definitely would have had to do what Chaos did and rescue the princess, because that was way too convoluted of a count for me. But yeah, you did a really good job counting the coordinates with the single coordinate count. It worked out really well. My
strategy is just like take the bigger number and go that many in that direction, and just search around for the other.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Like, really good job. I would have definitely taken the slower strat myself. So props to you.
And it looks like we've got our official Dragon Lord 2 stats at 154 hit points on that DL2. So not too difficult of a thing. I think Cobra, you were at 150, and then that last swing, the seven.
Yeah, I was at 150, and I'm like, okay, like I was also at like 49 HP, and I knew I only had like 79 defense power, so it could have hit me for like 50, but.
Yeah, definitely a slight risk.
1 or 2 people in chat actually had something to say about that, but you did it,
really?
And it worked, so we're good.
Where they're like, no, Cobra, no.
Yeah, because you still had like 1 heal more.
Yeah, I didn't really think anything of it, because I'm like, there's probably like a 1% chance that I end up dying on this next swing.
Yeah, 1% is, a lot more than 0. So that's when the chat was like, oh, you don't have it locked.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm going to pop into the race room and see if it looks like Chaos will be joining us. Let's take a look.
Chaos looks like he's in like the waiting room.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we have Chaos joining us. GG's Chaos. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this seed? How'd it go for you?
The seed itself wasn't bad. I play badly. A lot of indecisiveness. Like, I don't know. It was. I feel like I didn't do very well. The seed itself wasn't too bad though.
I thought I'll disagree. I think you made a lot of pretty good decisions. Like, it's just that Cobra also made those good decisions. So like you diving grave paid out really well for you in the early, and then also you taking like the red dragon grind before finding everything also worked out well. You were actually like very, very close for the majority of the race. Like you had experience lead for a decent amount of it. You both took the red dragons at about the same time, and you were like 2 red dragons ahead. It was actually interesting to see. So Chaos, you had the stones from the bottom of the grave, but Cobra had the harp already from Cantlin and the coordinates. But you were each missing the other piece, so it was actually really interesting to see which one of you would find the missing piece first.
I see. Yeah, like, I guess basically what I meant with the indecisiveness is that when I hit level 17, because I haven't learned everything that there is to know about the game, so when I hit level 17, I wasn't sure if my attack power combined with the amount of HP and MP that I had was enough to take on the Dragon Lord. So I was kind of hemming and hawing, kind of walking back and forth, like between Breckenary to go back to grinding to get to level 18, or if I would just wanted to go to Sharlock and try to get the experience there. I feel like that's how I wasted a lot of time.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like the end game was definitely much smoother for Cobra. Just like, at 17 went straight to, straight and did a dive. Whereas, you took 18, you took a death to a red dragon. It wasn't super costly, but like the combination of those is what made the difference in the race. Because you picked up the homework, the rainbow drop about a minute after Cobra did. Like Cobra did a little bit faster finding the missing piece, but not by much. So it was like actually quite a close race before you did your decided to take the extra level.
Yeah, we were hoping you would have jumped into that Sharlock there. I definitely get the indecisiveness there, and we were kind of wondering about that, and it totally makes perfect sense. But there was right at that moment, kind of when you decided to take that level, you were probably about a minute and a half behind, because I think you still also had to heal up somewhere.
Yeah, I left to go and heal.
Yeah, but it was very, very, very close through most of the race. So really, really well played, both of you.
Yeah, GG
I'm
Cobra.
just thinking about it now. Like, what if those stones would have been in that one like lost and found chest in Remolder?
Yeah, neither of you found Remolder. Spoiler alert.
I actually think I saw it, but I didn't know how to get to it.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay, I don't remember calling, but like obviously you were paying more attention than I was.
Was it that thing that you saw like across like the river?
Yes.
Yeah, that might have.
I'm pretty sure that was
that or
remote.
Breckenary.
Right. Neither of you went into Breckenary either.
Oh yeah, not Breckenary earlier when I said that. I still get town names mixed up. My bad.
No, that's all good. We all knew. Yeah, Hawksnest or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely I super entertaining race to watch. It was hilarious seeing everything thrown at you in the first 5 minutes. You found like 9 things or whatever.
Yeah, that was crazy how everything was like, well, not everything, but a lot of things were just clumped up right there in the beginning.
I mean, I think both of you were in go mode -1 at like 30 minutes.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, just a super fast, almost the fastest speed of all time, type of thing. Because the red dragons were super free. Once you got like a decent level.
Yeah. And also like heal more and hurt more being on like level 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And there's no get out of jail like you had hurt to get to level 5. It wasn't. I mean, the scorpions, like I know Chaos kind of bullied you or whatever early in the game, just trying to. You would get ambushed by a scorpion and hurt more to death or whatever. Cost a little bit, but nothing too terrible in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I got killed by a scorpion like once.
Yeah, I think I got hurt more a couple times from a combination of the scorpion and the magician.
Yeah, magician.
They both had it.
Her, yeah.
They both had it.
I don't think I had to wait. What did the magicians have something?
Yeah.
You had a much better levels 1 through 4 than Chaos did. Chaos struggled a little bit, but it was interesting. Like you both hit level 5 at like the same time and started going. It was kind of interesting that.
So how did I have a much better levels 1 through 4?
You didn't run into all of those hurt more scorpions and hurt more magicians. Like I think it was a droll. There was a droll that you killed while Chaos was killing a druid, and it was just like you're at level 3 now, and meanwhile Chaos is like I'm still level 2.
Chaos probably did less exploring. Like didn't actually found Garanham in the first 3 minutes type of thing. Did a little bit of an initial grind to help make up for those deaths.
Well, when I was on like level 3 or 4, I was walking around the map and I saw like this big fat swamp, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going in here.
Right, and you're like, okay,
I was on like a little island or something, and I needed a key to get to like a swamp cave to get across. But then I got armor, and it's like, nope, just go up.
Oh, chat mentioning. I think what the thing might have been Chaos. It sounds like you might have, or maybe let's ask. Did you forget that you had Hurt Spell at the beginning? Did it kind of not?
I did.
register?
Yep, I forgot. Totally forgot. Yeah, and it's funny because as soon as I remembered, I'm like, oh man, because I could have used it on. I don't like. It probably would have killed the magician. Maybe.
Yeah. So hurt. It doesn't kill a magician every time, or scorpions. Scorpions and magicians actually have max 13 HP, both of them, and so that's within your hurt range. So like you kill with her. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's something like at least 2/3 of the time, if not more.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I remembered. I think around like level 3 when I came across the Druin, I was like, oh yeah, I have hurt. Oh, I have hurt.
But then, I mean, again, as soon as you found it, it was like you did the right thing. You kind of grinded up a little bit, got the hurt more, went right into the mountain cave, got a ton of experience. The enemies in the mountain cave were amazing. For hurt mooring, early hurt moors, and then both of you are off to the races.
Yeah.
I think what I did is I went out of the castle on level 1, found a magician in like 3 seconds, used hurt on it, killed him in one shot, and got level 2.
Yeah, that might have been the only magician you saw or whatever, because they weren't very frequent. But the scorpions were more frequent.
I saw like one other one, but he just ran away.
Well, it was definitely a very interesting race. I had a good time calling it and watching. I think chat did too. Is there any other final moments before we send this thing off?
I think I also got like a metal slime too.
Yeah, nice. That's pretty good.
Just want to say GG to Cobra. Thanks for the restream, for the commentary, for tracking.
Definitely.
And hope everyone has a good night.
Yeah, and thanks to you two for providing us with the entertaining race. So yeah, we got more Randomizer tomorrow. So at 10 p.m. tomorrow, some guy is gonna play against Mike Dies a lot. I'm very looking forward to my first race.
Mike Dies a lot. I'm not familiar with him.
I don't know if that's something that you want to advertise. I don't know, but didn't die a lot during the asyncs and has a pretty good seed, so I'm looking forward to our race.
Yeah, we've definitely got more Dragon Warrior Randomizer tomorrow and really all week long. There's 70 people in this tournament. They're all playing each other at least once, or their groups are. It's complicated, but anyways, there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of Dragon Warrior Randomizer coming just all through the next several weeks. So make sure you tune into those, check out those races. Tonight's race was brought to you by Archfield Monk, taking care of the restream. We had RG365 tracking for us. I'm Velu V. Adam Raptors joined me in the chat. We had a wonderful race between Cobra and Cha0sFinale. And I am Velu V signing off. We are going to raid Chadbert, who's playing some Z2R. I believe that's Zelda 2 Randomizer. So enjoy that. Give Chadbert some love. Thanks, everybody, for checking us out on RPG Limit Break, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, have a good night.